feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me.
What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about the AMC squeeze, thrift store prices, and a blast from the past because I got a confession to make. I'm looking for good, solid DD on AMC that I can study, look at, evaluate, determine if this is correct, and put it on the table with the rest of the pieces of the puzzle. Only you know that right now there's very little good videos concerning AMC that are out there. All right, most of the videos are concerning the reverse stock split, which nobody really understands. All right, you got one half the group believes one thing, one half the group believes the other thing, and we're going to get to the nut cutting on that pretty soon. But what I done was, since there was nothing on YouTube to watch, I went and watched this guy from a year ago. You know, he's a drunk, smokes a lot of pot, and quickly found out that he would become the fastest growing YouTube channel for AMC information out there. And I did this video 1 year ago, as you can see. It got 305 views. So I believe that this message was so important at the time of how high will AMC go. Will it reach 500,000 like Trades and the rest of them were saying? Will it go to 100,000, 10,000, 5,000, 1,000, 700? We're going to get to that in just a few minutes. But first, I want you to take the privilege, watch this video that I did 1 year ago as I explained to you what your shares of AMC are actually worth. Let's take a listen. Common Sense Investor coming at you again with another common sense tip to get through the AMC squeeze. Today I want to talk about this cup and the AMC share price. This cup belonged to my mother. She died in 2020. When she died, we went into her home and we got to pick one item that would be a memento to us to remind us of her. And I picked this cup. Now this cup can be found in any thrift store in America for maybe 50 cents. But not this cup. This cup belongs to me now. It's mine. And it has the value of which I place on it. The thrift store says 50 cents. I say, if somebody knocked on my door and offered me $10,000 for this cup, I'd give it to them. Why? Because I could take that $10,000, and I know my mom would want me to enhance my life. What's the point? The price today is the thrift store price. That's not the price of AMC. The price of your AMC shares is dependent upon you. Now you just waiting for the price to climb up to the point that you want to sell your shares. Some people at 100, they're going to sell. Some people at 1,000, they're going to sell. Some people at 5,000, 3,000, whatever. That's what the price of AMC is worth to them. That's what will change their life, and that's what you need to remember. But these ones that are saying $1 million. Now, Al from Boston has 10,000 shares, he claims, and he's holding out for $1 million a share. Here's the point. But he believes it. So the share price is worth that much to him. Whether he'll get it or not, that's another thing to be said. But the value of the AMC share to every AMC shareholder is different. They're going to sell at different prices. Quit worrying about how high the price will go and realize how much value it has to you. Understand? Say it another way. If you got 10 shares and it reached 1,000, you have $10,000 once you sell. Take that $10,000, you invest it in another place, buy you something, a car, or whatever the case may be. You enhance your life with that $10,000. That's the purpose of this play. The purpose of investing is to gain money in order to change your life. Don't fall for this stupid shit. If you're listening to these people, you're going to be a bag holder in the greatest opportunity in the world. All right, now how high can it go? We'll talk about that later. But right now what you need to realize is what you're looking at price-wise is thrift store price, because it's not the price that I have for my shares or the price you have for your shares. So what do? Is thrift store price, because it's not the price that I have for my shares or the price you have for your shares. So what do? You continue to hold until that price reflects what your value is. And that's all I got for you right now. I'm pretty handsome guy, knows what he's talking about too, because nothing has changed in 1 year from that belief that my shares that I hold in my account, they hold the value in which I put on them. Not a YouTuber, not the SEC, not Adam Aaron. And that if my price target is too high, I could become a bag holder, and I realize that. So I do the DD, and I figure out, according to what I have learned, this is how high I believe AMC will go. Now that's your question. CSI, how high do you think it'll go? Well, let's look back at a YouTuber who was drunk at the time he made this video, but he was still on point. In interpreting the AMC cycle pattern correctly, which I did 1 year ago, and it got 128 views, and I get 5 to 8,000, 10,000 views. But the point is this: I laid out in this video, go back and watch it, the cycle pattern that I found. All right, and we tracked this sucker. This was the older one. It ran up from $1.91 all the way up to $72, and then this cycle pattern was supposed to take it to the next level once it started over, but it didn't. Something happened, and the algo was turned off. But I want you to listen to the price target that I told you I believed AMC would go to. We know it's a pattern. We scale out, and we can see it played itself out over here. We see that all you had to really do was move a decimal point to keep following the pattern as it works its way up. We know that every pattern has had a warning box, so we can accurately predict what's about to happen. Here's the point. This thing is set to keep climbing. If it gets to 720, this is where a lot of people wanted to know questions in my other channel. But what's going to happen if it hits to 720? Is that going to be the cap? According to the pattern, yes. Now don't freak out because you heard me say 720 would be the top, because I said 720 would be the top according to the algorithm. All right. So my price target 1 year ago would be that AMC, the squeeze, would be worth $720 a share, according to if the algorithm continued to run its pattern. Now I look back today and I think we're fixing to do a 10-for-1 reverse stock split. That's going to take your average that if it was 72 and move it to what? 720. So in accordance with what I said last year to now, 720 appears to be a pretty significant number. I think 720, between 6, 7, and 8 will be the squeeze. Will be them covering their shorts. That is not the MOAS. I tell you that in like the next video or the video after that. That will it break 720? Yes, it has the potential to break in 720. It can go into astronomical numbers because they will have to be closing out all of these placeholders that we've learned about throughout the year. So yes, AMC does have that potential, but will they let it is the question. So you have to set in your mind and in your heart everything you've learned over the last year. Apply that to your price targets, and you will be able to come up with a pretty good idea of what you should do. Now, I see again, like I said earlier, I was supposed to do the video last night. It was on my heart and I didn't do it. turn right around because I didn't listen to my heart. Motherfucker comes out with his price predictions, which was the same a year ago: 3 to 5, 5 to 1,000, 1,000 to 3, 3 to 5. Same price targets as he had last year. Same as me. All right. But my price target, I have solid foundation behind. I feel confident that I can hold my shares over $100 a share to get my initial investment back, and then I will sell on the way up. I will not be a bag holder. So we go back to the original of what I said. I do not get mad because a YouTuber believes that he's going to hold his shares to 1 million. That's on him. You can't get mad at another person if they sell their shares at $60. You can't get mad because they're not going to ride through this shit again, people. People are not going to ride through this shit again. Motherfucker who bought in at $3 will sell at 60. Quit projecting to everybody else what you believe and settle in your heart what is fair price for you. With that, love y'all, be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.